have volume control on your left side?
Left side? Okay.
Yep, test, test, test. Just put that so the volume's comfortable.
Test, test.
And... sound good? Test, test, test?
Yep, we're good.
All right. And then what you got to do is move the microphone so it's touching your lips. And there's actually an arm. Yeah, there's a couple arms there. You can kind of move it up, down. Okay.
Okay.
And you're actually pretty quiet. Let me see. Turn you up a little bit. Just say something.
Test, test, test.
And check. Okay, yeah, just keep that microphone real close to your lips. You might have to talk a little louder than usual. Okay.
Mixture flaps.
So mixture, we want to lean it for taxi. I won't get into the details of how I'm doing it. I'm just going to tell you I'm lean, and the mixture makes the spark plugs nice and clean, so that's good right about there.
Flaps adjust.
Go ahead and bring those all the way up. And then, yep, just that's perfect. And then look outside, you can see they both come up together.
Yep. ATIS.
All right, so we're going to listen to ATIS is the Automatic Terminal Information Service. 126.5 is in standby right now. So go ahead and press this one right here to flip it over.
This one?
Yep. And then we want to listen to number 2, so you're going to press this button right here.
There he is.
And then the volume is here.
Ground control directional flight. Arrivals from south.
Does that volume sound good to you?
18.4. Arrivals from the north contact tower 120.2. Advise on this contact, you have information Tango.
Tango, the letter T.
Valley confirmation Tango 1853, Zulu wind calm, temperature 19er, dew point -2, altimeter 3010. Visual approach in use landing runway 7 right and runway 7 left. UAS activity 3 nautical miles southeast of Deer Valley Airport at or below 400 feet AGL. Notice Airman taxiway Bravo 3 run-up area closed. Work in progress all infield areas. VFR aircraft advise ground control directional flight. Arrivals from south contact tower 118.4. Arrivals from the north contact tower 120.2. Advise on this contact, you have information Tango.
I'll go ahead and unselect that button. And so we have information Tango. He said 3010 is the altimeter, which is pretty much where it's at. So that's 3010. And then, and it shows we're about 1,500 feet above sea level, so that's good. And we just write down our start time. All right. So I'm just holding both pedals for the brakes.
And then...
did we finish that checklist?
Taxi clearance.
All right. We'll get that when we come out, and you go ahead and put that away till we get to the run-up area. All right. So go ahead and put your feet on the pedals. And go ahead and pull that lever. Let's try and get your seat up just a little bit more. Is that as far as it goes?
Yeah, as far as it goes.
Okay.
I got it.
Okay. And then, so I'm going to let go of the brakes. You see how we're moving, so go ahead and just feet on the pedals.
Okay.
And you can see, right, yeah, there's the brakes. Good. All right, so go ahead and move your feet down, and let's let it roll. And then just get a feel for the rudder. So right rudder goes to the right.
Yeah.
Just kind of follow through with me, and then left rudder goes to the left. And then the power, of course, helps adjust our speed, and then we use brakes as needed. So, I want to come out of here nice and slow. You just follow through with me on the pedals.
Yeah.
And make sure no one's flying by on their motorcycle or Tesla or anything. All right, so I'm going to have you put your right hand on the throttle. What I want you to get in the habit of is use your pointer finger and kind of rest it against here, because that way you can tell how much you're moving it. If you're just grabbing the black knob, it's hard to tell how much you're moving your whole arm. But if you have your finger here, you can tell how much you're moving it and kind of get a feel for it. So just kind of rest your right hand there.
All right.
And give it just a little bit of power, just so you can hear it change. And then at the same time, we're just going to push our left foot. And we'll go ahead and follow this yellow line. And this is all uncontrolled area where we don't have to talk to them. Now pull the power back a little bit so you can hear it change. Perfect. There you go. All right. And actually, you know what? We got this big space. Go ahead and do some big turns right here. This is a good area to get a feel for those rudders. Just do a lot of right rudder. Just don't hit anything. And then go a lot of left rudder, bring it back. There you go. That one I can feel you use the brakes. See how it stopped you at the same time? There you go. So go ahead and put your feet down so we're not using brakes. Go ahead and add a little power, and let's go back to the right. Just want you to get a feel for how it works. So all the way to the floor with your right toe. There you go. I'll help you a little bit. There, see how it's turning it?
Yeah.
And if you need to, you can tap the right brake a little bit, but pretty much you can just use rudder. Now go back to the left. A little less power. There you go. Hope no one's watching. They'll think we're drunk. Don't worry about the yellow line. I just want you to get a feel for the rudder. That's good. All right, let's see where this guy's going.
Oh, that's a nice one.
That's an old warplane. All right, go ahead and press both brakes gently. Slow down a little bit. So press the tops of the pedals.
Oh, tops.
Got it? There you go. All right, we're going to let this guy come in.
Oh, yeah, right, the brakes on.
Yeah, hold on. No, there you go. You got it. I think he's going that way. His hangar's over there. It's the other one.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're going to add a little bit of power, go straight ahead where he just came from.
Alrighty, sounds good.
And I'll go ahead and take care of talking to ground control today. A little less power. Let it just kind of roll. Once you get it going, it rolls pretty good. All right. And we have to stop before that line that goes back and forth, so I'm just helping you out a little bit here. Okay. And I'll probably let you do the radios next time, but overwhelm you with too much on the first day.
7 right, Charlie 8, request tax to active global.
Charlie 8, they've gone behind the Cessna.
Not yet.
To the ramp.
Behind the Cessna and the request
Just getting the clearance right now. Oh, let's turn that beacon on.
3 Papa Whiskey.
4 Papa Whiskey, stand by.
Deer Valley Ground, Cessna 75600's Romeo 8, ready to taxi for northeast departure with Tango. I told them where we are, who we are.
4 Papa Whiskey, Romeo 25 left.
Who we are, where we are.
Information uniform, current wind calm, altimeter 3006.
No, information uniform's current, so I went from T to U.
Information uniform, 3 Papa Whiskey.
Other calling ground, say again.
Cessna 75600, Romeo 8, ready to taxi with Tango, northeast departure.
So 756 Deer Valley Ground information, uniform current, wind calm, altimeter 3006, runways 25 left and right in use. Taxi to the northeast, run up via Alpha, advise run up complete.
Taxi northeast, run up via Alpha, advise run up complete, Cessna 600. Thanks for uniform. Okay, so they just switched runways. They were using 7, like you can see this guy's probably the last one to land on 7, but now they're switching to 25. So we're going to actually do a left turn.
Cessna 60, when you're ready, contact tower on 118.4.
Go ahead and add a little bit of power, just so you can hear it.
Air 8 Northern Delta, when you're ready, tower 118.4.
There you go, perfect. And then a little less power once it starts moving, and just use your feet to stay on the yellow line.
When you're ready, contact tower 118.4.
Nope, doesn't do anything. You can move it, doesn't do anything. There you go. And just a little more power as you come around the corner here.
Traffic and touch and go with information uniform.
Alright, now we want to follow the yellow line because we don't have a lot of room to play here.
Alpha Charlie 5, Deer Valley Ground
use your feet. There you go, just follow through with me, right about there. Perfect.
Aircraft Alpha Charlie 5, Deer Valley Ground.
Little left rudder.
Speed 462, Deer Valley Ground.
There you go, you got it.
Yeah. 7, say request.
Learning to steer with your feet takes a lot of practice.
Romeo 7, information, uniform, south departure.
That's,
Tricky.
Have you been learning to drive?
Yeah, a little bit.
Off your right. Taxi to the northeast,
I've only done it really
Alpha, advise run complete.
Yeah. That's good.
Taxi northeast, run up
get you doing this.
Advise one complete, 423 Delta.
Not the same.
712, 25 left, taxi.
So just past the sign that says northeast run up, we're going to do a left turn. Follow that yellow line.
Let's get advised, information.
So with your feet down, you're going to push a lot of left rudder. Right here. Yep.
Thank you. Alpha Charlie 5, Deer Valley Ground, say request.
And then back center. There you go. You got it.
Speed 462, Deer Valley Ground. Do you want to go back?
And we're just going to follow this around to the other side. Good. A little less power. That's perfect.
1, 2, go back.
A lot of rudder. Ooh, keep it coming. There you go.
Runway 25 right, taxi there.
Yeah, we're just going to go by that. Yeah, actually we can even follow this around to that other little circle over there. These are all like different run-up
Charlie 5, call sign and destination.
Hard right. Hard. All the way. A right one goes easy.
Deer Valley Tower. Section Deer Valley Ground.
Alright, we don't have to be right on the 3 anywhere here is fine. We can just let it go straight, and then push with your tops, and there you go, that stops. And then I like to set the parking brake just to help us. So pull hard, there you go, a little harder. There you go. And then keep your feet up on the tops of the pedals just to make sure, because if that lets loose, you don't want to take off going somewhere.
Braking instruments.
Pay intersection, which is Foxtrot, Romeo, Echo.
Brake instruments. Oh, brakes and instruments, I think is what, man, that is not a good checklist. So that's good. For the only instrument we really need, this one is not really a compass. It actually doesn't even work until you start the engine, so we set it to the compass.
Okay.
And That looks good. Yep, for what we're doing today, that's all good.
For takeoff.
16.
Sounds good.
Alright, flight controls.
Well, free and correct. What we want to do is make sure that it's not hitting us, like we don't have a kneeboard or something in the way, and that everything's turning the correct way. So if you turn it to the left, you can see how the left one goes up. You turn it to the right one goes up. Or if you want to see it go down, you turn away and you see how the left aileron goes down, right aileron goes down. So that looks good. And then you want to pull all the way back. Look behind you, you can see that it came up, and you can push the rudder. So everything feels good.
Dear Valley Ground Bear 427 Delta Whiskey.
Mixture adjust.
We're reaching it up a little bit for the run-up.
We're
That's
just
good.
near Cutter with uniform. We
Alright, so go ahead and shut your window because it gets noisy.
Lima, northeast, northwest bound departure for 7 Delta Whiskey.
And so each of these is 100, each of these tick marks. You're going to bring it up to 15 plus 2 little marks by putting your right hand back on the throttle. So your hand goes here and your eyes go here. Bring it up to 1700 nice and slow.
That's not 787 Whiskey.
Get a feel for how much you have to move it. Take your time, you're doing fine. Open our air vents here.
Right there?
No, that's 1,000. You want to come all the way up to 1,700.
That goes to your Cutter with uniform ready taxi.
And start paying attention to how much you feel it moving in your hand there.
Charlie 11, Cessna 787 Whiskey.
Conquest 353 Echo about ground runway.
Do I we're holding
25
brakes?
left at Charlie 12. Taxi via Charlie.
You don't have to push real hard, just
Okay, Charlie,
parking brake
Charlie
usually
12,
holds it when it's ready in case it were to pop loose. So there's about 16, go all the way to 17. There you go, that looks good. And then this is what's called a friction lock. If you turn it to the right, it locks it so it doesn't move. So I'm actually going to go just a little higher, get it right to 17, and then turn it to the right and lock it. That's good. What's next?
Initial switches.
Alright, so what we're going to do is check the mags. So what you do is you go over to the one that's called the right one, but it's actually 2 clicks, and you get a drop. That's good. That means that half our spark plugs are turned off right now. And then you go back to both, 2 clicks back. And just be careful not to go to start, because that'll ruin your starter. So that's good. We're back to 17. Now go 1 click to the left. And we get another drop. That's good. Back to both. Alright, that's perfect. That's our ignition.
Alright, carb heat.
You want to pull this on right here, and you want to watch the RPM. It should go down a little bit. Just pull hard.
All the way out?
Yep, all the way. That puts warm air into the carburetor. That looks good. And then turn it back off. That's working.
Right, vacuum.
The vacuum is over here. You want to make sure it's just above 5. So right in the middle. That looks good.
Power, reduce.
Okay, so you can unlock it. Just twist that counterclockwise. It's like a little nut. Yeah, and then pull the power back to 1,000. And remember, do the finger thing so you can feel how much it's moving. There you go. Nice. Right to 1,000. Oh, a little more. About 700. All right, increase to 1,000. Get a little more fresh air for us. There you go. Okay.
Comms and navs.
Let's see, we're on ground right now, then we'll need North Tower. You'll learn all these frequencies later. And we're good on all the instruments.
Doors and windows locked.
Alright, stand by on the window until we're ready to take off.
Alright.
You got your door shut. Yep. So the trim is right here. This is your elevator trim, and there's a little indicator in there. You can see it moves. So that's trimming down, and that's trimming up. You see how that little bar moved? So right there on that triangle, right about there, that's trim for takeoff.
Flaps are set.
We'll do 0 flap takeoff, so that's good.
Flaps.
And then say again. Lights, we'll do landing and taxi both on. That helps people see us. And then transponder is already in altitude mode, and we're squawking 1200. That's good.
We do have information uniform, like the taxi
Clearance, I'll call that. And then that's it. Normal takeoff. I'll talk you through the takeoff. So for the takeoff, I'm going to have you on the pedals, and I'm going to have you holding onto the yoke with your left hand. And I'm going to have your right hand on top of the throttle. I'll have mine underneath. That's how you're going to learn to take off. You're always going to have your left hand on the yoke and your right hand on the throttle. And we'll just go full power. We'll be looking for about 55 knots. And just gently pull the nose up. And when I talk about pitching up or pitching down, all those are going to be in reference to this dot that we put on the window. So if you see the horizon, I'll say move it up a little more, move it down. And one of the things I want you to learn right away is it doesn't matter what it feels like, it matters what it looks like.
Okay.
So I'm going to teach you to fly by what it looks like out the window, and then we use the trim to change what it feels like.
And is the bottom is rudder, right?
The bottom is rudder. The way we know we're using rudder when we're flying is we keep this ball centered.
All right.
If the ball goes to the right, we push right rudder. If the ball goes left, we push left rudder. So the saying is step on the ball.
Yeah, I was mixing that up.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. So
yeah, so just whichever way it goes, step on it.
Got it.
That's not as critical, though. Today's going to be more about learning what the pitch looks like, and then when we get up the practice area, we're going to practice some turns. But normally when we take off, it's going to be a little bit of right rudder because there's left turning tendency. So I'm going to have you release the brake. So if you just push with your feet, that helps. And in. You got it. All right. And I'm going to let him know run-up's complete.
We have Charlie 11, sir.
But we're in the run-up area, which is uncontrolled.
Roger that,
but
Charlie 11.
then we have to get permission to go over to there, so we have to have a taxi clearance. Ground Cessna 75600, run-up complete.
Cessna 600, runway 25 right, taxi via Alpha 11.
Alpha 11, 25 right, Cessna 600. All right, so Alpha 11 is that intersection at 25 right. Okay. So you have the controls. I'm going to have you go ahead and add a little bit of power. Just drop your heels down to the floor so we're not on the brakes.
Steer with your feet. That's what I was messing up earlier.
Yep, you're doing fine. It takes getting used to. And we're just going to maneuver to go right behind him. You don't have to worry about these yellow lines. You can just go left, go right behind him. Just make sure you don't hit him. A lot of left rudder. There you go. And then back to the right. We know that takes a lot of right rudder. And he's moving, so you can go right where he is. We just can't cross the line that goes across this way. Just kind of get on the center line there.
Deer Valley Ground, Cherokee 423, Delta Mike, run up complete.
Cherokee 3.
There you go.
Delta Mike,
and hard to the right.
Taxi to Alpha 11.
And then right about here, you want to use both toes to stop.
Right,
nice and easy. There you go. Okay. And I'll switch over to tower. Oh, one thing I didn't include in my briefing. So we went over how to use the doors and seatbelts. I'm not expecting it, but I want to let you know, if you do feel airsick today, it's okay. There's no shame in that. I carry 6-X. I've had people throw up. It's okay, as long as you use the bag. Your job is to let me know if you feel airsick. I'm just going to take a drink of water.
Turn crosswind inside the freeway.
So if you feel nauseous at all, you just let me know. There's things I can do to open up the windows or get some airflow and that kind of thing. So I think you're going to do fine.
Turning crosswind inside the freeway.
All right. My brother, he actually is a pilot, and he used to throw up on almost every lesson with his instructor. I wasn't his instructor.
I'll call your crosswind. Follow Cessna 4.
He would throw up and then he felt fine.
Looking for traffic, I must be a 4
yeah, I was already an instructor before he started learning, but he lives up in Utah.
7, pressure runway 25 right. Clear to...
I'm just waiting for these guys to stop talking. There's somebody landing. Nice view.
Mosquito 8, runway 25 right.
A little better view than sitting on the restaurant, huh?
Yeah.
Clear to land, 25 right, Mosquito 8.
Tower Cessna 75600, hold short 25 right, ready to go. I have the controls. I'm just going to show you a little trick here. But let the brakes go.
Okay.
We're just not allowed to cross that line. I'm just going to turn a little bit.
Mosquito 8, you want to touch and go?
Yes, I'd like a touch go.
If you go like this, this is a good habit, so you can see who's landing.
Clear touch go 25 right.
Otherwise, your wing's in the way.
2 Romeo, follow Seminole, joining 3 mile final.
Yep, right turn, and then another.
Ski 462, Chuska, beam to your right now, approaching freeway.
Looks like somebody on final out there over the hill.
Ski 462, follow Cessna.
4 Cessna, Mosquito 462.
At Tower Cessna 75600, just want to make sure you got us. Hold short 25 right, ready to go.
75600, without delay, runway 25 right, clear for takeoff, flash straight out.
Without delay, clear for takeoff, 25 right, straight out, Cessna 600. All right, he said without delay, we got plenty of room. So, I'm just going to I'm doing the takeoff, but you're going to follow through with me. So go ahead, grab on, keep your feet on the pedals, just so you can feel what I'm doing. So I'm steering with my feet. Go ahead, put your hand on top of the throttle.
Okay.
Yeah, traffic sight.
And I just want you to feel what I'm doing. So we're clear for takeoff, we're just going to gently push it all the way forward. And then we're going to keep our hand there to hold it in. Looking over at the engine instruments, everything's in the green. Steering with our feet, make sure your heels are down on the floor. No brakes. Watching the airspeed come up. Keeping it on center line, 75 right about there. We just gently pull back, and we're flying.
Skeet 88 going
And you want to push right, keep your hand there. It's a good habit. Keep that pushed in. And you want to keep the nose right about there. And I'm even going to lock it for us so it stays in.
Skeet 88.
There you go, just keep your hand there.
Northeast.
And pay attention, look at where that pitch reference is above the horizon. That's right, where you want it.
Base. Approaching Cape Creek Road.
Looking for traffic. Number 2. Traffic inside. Number 2, Cessna 606 Alpha.
And he said to fly straight out, so we're just going to...
Zero traffic in the crosswinds in the pattern. Outside that Cessna, northeast unapproved.
And looking for traffic, Cessna 600. In the crosswind. Cessna 600, traffic inside. Alright. So we got this guy right here that we're following.
Terminal. Correction, Mesquite 88, offset to the right. Turn right.
Pretty cool, huh?
Offset to the right, turn right.
Cessna 600, continue straight out.
Alright, we'll continue straight out, 600.
Tower 44, 15 north, over the highway, with uniform to land.
Mesquite 88, climb as fast as you can to a pattern out to traffic lock to left in the pattern.
Close as fast as I can, Mesquite 88.
Could go over my house.
I'm looking out here in front of you.
What cross street you at?
Yorkshire.
Cessna Whiskey Seminole and crosswind and higher is in the pattern. Follow Seminole.
I see it right.
Traffic inside the Cessna.
Okay, Roger. Cessna Whiskey at the Seminole site.
Picture. Hold your wings level.
Traffic inside the Cessna 678 Whiskey.
Cessna 68 Alpha, number 2 following Cessna, short, half mile final runway 7 left clear, touch and go.
Number 2 clear for touching on nation right. 62 Alpha.
Mesquite 462, number 3 following Cessna base, runway 7, correction, runway 25 right, clear to land.
Inside, traffic inside Mesquite, clear to land on with the side right to Mesquite 462.
How is he going to let us turn?
Mesquite 462, this will be a touch and go.
Mesquite 462, runway 25 right, clear, touch and go.
Clear touch and go, long way to right, Mesquite 462.
Cessna 600, left turn, right turn approved.
Right turn approved, Cessna 600. Alright, here's what I was waiting for.
Explorer calling tower.
Alright, so look way out on the right. You see mountain or something out there. And then when you do a 90-degree turn, just put your
right
nose
traffic, runway 25 right, report Canal Freeway.
There's what you
Right traffic 25 right, Canal Freeway,
That's a 90-degree turn.
Mesquite 88. Follow the
We'll get
archer
away from
ahead
these
of you
guys. They're
on
busy
the downwind.
Archer inside Mesquite 88.
I used to practice right down there.
Yeah.
Alright, Mesquite 88, number 4, runway 25 right, clear, touch and go.
Alright. So there, the nose is where our right wing was, so we know that was a perfect 90-degree turn.
25 right, clear land.
That's one of the things I want to teach you today, is how to use your wings as a reference point to make 90-degree turns. So you see we're doing 80 knots with full power. Just kind of learn where that dot is, how high it is above the horizon. That's what it looks like when we're climbing. Alright, I'm going to go ahead. You have the controls. And just keep her straight and level for now. And actually, let's do another right 90. So look at what's on your right wing.
Oscar calling tower. Say your call
And
sign
we're going
again.
to put our nose where our right wing is. So just bank it a little bit. A little bit of right rotor. Just a little. There you go. Good. Just bring
Oscar
it around nice
101
and easy.
Divide Tower. Make right traffic, runway 25 right, report Canal Freeway.
Right traffic, runway 25 right, Oxford 101.
Divide Tower, checking 423.
Right about there, go wings low.
4223 Delta Mike Divide
That
Tower,
was a
runway
perfect
25 right.
90-degree turn.
Full short 25 right, 3 Delta.
And just keep that dot about the same distance above the horizon. You got to ignore the mountaintops.
Yeah.
Just kind
Take that off and follow Cessna in the crosswind.
we'll head out this way.
Traffic Cessna 6060 Alpha. Traffic inside Cessna 60 Alpha.
Cessna Whiskey turn base, runway 25 right, clear touch and go. Seminoles is a full stop.
This tells us we're climbing about 400 feet a minute, which is good.
Turn base, running 25 right, clear touch and go, Cessna 678.
Alright, go ahead and let go of the yoke for a second. Let me see what...
44, rare, say altitude.
It looks pretty well trimmed.
4000, Explore 4.
44, roger.
Let's just start getting a feel for the trim.
Q Valley Tower, Cessna 1 Echo Romeo.
What I want you to do, go ahead and keep it... So let's pick.
One Echo Romeo, unable short approach this time.
You see how in front of us there's a kind of a pile of rocks?
2 mile final
that's Pinnacle Peak. I want you to keep your dot right on Pinnacle Peak.
Alright.
So just kind of use your ailerons to steer and put it right there. Alright, perfect. And what I want you to do is start giving it up trim here, nice and slow, but I want you to try to keep the dot in the same place. So as you give it up trim, you're going to have to push with your left hand. I just want you to feel what it does. So go ahead.
Baron 427 Delta
so
Whiskey.
go ahead and start trimming. That's trimming it up.
Baron 427 Delta Whiskey, divided tower. Continue straight up. And squawk 1200.
See how you're having to push.
Sorry about that.
To keep this in the same. So like relax right now, and the nose will want to go up, right?
4-4 Canal Freeway.
Good. Now go the other way. See what it feels like.
Cross.
So again, it was 4101.
4-4, follow Cessna in the crosswind.
Nice, how it's going down, you'd have to fight it. So what we do is we use our left hand to put this where we want it, and then we use the trim to relieve the pressure. So I actually want this a little bit higher. So use your left hand to put this where you want it, and then use the trim to relieve the pressure so that this doesn't move. Not too much. Drill sensitive.
Romeo, number 2, runway 25 right, clear, touch and go.
Number 2.
So think of this like it has a stick in the top of it, so if you pull the stick this way, rotating this way is up, rotating this way is down. So go ahead, let go for a second.
Downwind.
Yeah, see how it's going up? So you need to roll this forward a little bit. Just a little bit, just a little bit. There you go.
Cessna 6 with Alpha, number 3 following Cessna.
So just to the left of the rock pile is Pinnacle Peak, that's what we want to aim at. So keep your dot pointed just left a little bit. It's just a little bit left, about 5 degrees left. So just use your ailerons, go left a little bit.
Cessna 6 with Alpha, number 3, runway 25 right, clear, touch and go.
I'll show you.
Number 3, runway 25 right, clear for touch and go.
There. So wherever your dot is out on the horizon, keep it right there, that's where we're headed.
Whiskey 462, follow a Cessna.
Alright, we're out of the airspace, I'm going to get rid of them. Whew, they're obnoxious today. Alright, so you should be able to always relax your hand and not have the nose go anywhere you don't want it to go. That's looking pretty good. Now we're climbing kind of, we got the nose a little bit low compared to normal climb, but that's fine. We're not in a hurry to climb. We're going to go up to about 4,500 feet today. I'm still having a hard time hearing you. It's probably that old headset. I apologize. Just gotta keep that microphone right on your mouth. Having fun?
Absolutely.
Is it what you expected?
No.
Better?
I've seen videos and all their, what they think of it. Your time's better.
It's hard to catch it on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are flying. I'm not doing anything.
To experience it yourself.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Right about 45, 60.
Alright, so now we want to level up. So what you're going to do is your eyes are going to go out here and you're going to push that down so it's just under the top of the mountains. And we're not in a hurry to go anywhere, so I'm also going to have you unlock the throttle and pull it back to about 2,200 RPM. It's right at the bottom of the green. So just pull it back to the bottom of the green. So unlock it, pull it back.
Northwest Texas area, Aero 944 Delta Bravo via 1 mile southwest of South Proving Ground is 5,500 AJ. Go ahead.
Right to the bottom of the green.
This Texas, Helicopter Universal 62, we're Found Hills, flying southwest bound back to Scottsdale, descending from 3,500. Last call in the Northeast Texas area.
And changing the power also affects how you have the trim. So make sure you stay relaxed so I can tell how it's trimmed. Always want to just have a nice light touch on the yoke. Yeah, nice. Just always relaxed. So that's good on the power. You go ahead and lock it again so it doesn't move. Sometimes it'll vibrate, so just lock it nice and tight. There you go. Alright, so when you relax, it looks like the nose, well, it might be good. We're a little bit high, so I think we want to let it go down a little bit. So that's pretty darn close. That gives us close to 100 knots. Alright.
I've been focusing on right here to see how...
Yeah. Yeah, that's nice. This is a G5. These are nice. So let's see if we can get right on 4,500. So what you do, this tells you you're a little high, so you look out here, put this down just about that much, like an inch. Just gently, just use your hand to push it down. So you control it here, and this tells you how you're performing. So we call that a control performance technique.
All right. That 4,500.
There you go. Then look back here, move it back up where it was. And it should hold altitude, right?
Heading 4,500.
There you go. And I'm just using this one. This is a little bit different. I guess I could adjust that. So, that's good. So 4,500 is the goal. This tells you how you're doing, but this is where you look to control it. So we're going to get out past this neighborhood, and then I'll teach you some more turns.
It's 33,500 about.
And so out on the horizon is 4 peaks. You see it? Big mountain. Let's go ahead and do a right turn and head right towards 4 peaks.
Axel, Cessna 602.
Yeah, just turn right a little bit, use your aileron.
3,500, just northeast of Pinnacle Peak.
So it's pointing right up in front of you. Right there. Go wings level. There you go. Now, is your dot, is it on the mountain?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So just keep it there. Very nice.
Northwest practice area, Cessna 73626. Just north of Sun City, currently 4,500. Heading out to the west.
Now, is your dot right on the mountain, left or right?
Ox 1 vicinity for maneuvers, northwest.
Okay, so go ahead and do something about it. So you just use your ailerons, come back, and see whatever it takes to keep it right on it. That's normal for things to drift. You just got to keep. That's why I like to teach to have something way out on the horizon. It gives you something to aim at. I think your altimeter's broken, Geoffrey. It's stuck on 4,500. You're doing great. All right, go ahead and hand me the checklist. There should be some kind of cruise checklist. And basically you're just going to turn the landing lights on. So power set, engine gauges, we're always checking those in the green. And yeah, this one doesn't even have lights, but we can go ahead and turn off the lights. We'll keep the beacon on. And that's all we got to do. You can put that away.
What neighborhood are we over about now?
Say again?
What neighborhood are we?
This is North Scottsdale. So Scottsdale Airport's right off the right. You can see the 101 around there. They call this Troon. That's Troon Mountain. This is Pinnacle Peak.
Okay.
This is a pretty nice area with a lot of golf courses. We're heading out towards Rio Verde Community.
Oh, so that is the 101 right there.
That is the 101 over there, yeah. We call this the Northeast Practice Area. Alright, so this tells you a little bit, well, it's not necessarily anything you did wrong. It could have been an up or down draft. But now what you do is you look here and move it up about an inch. Just use your hand. You don't have to trim it. It's a temporary correction. So you just pull back a little bit until you see this move up above the mountain.
There we go.
And just hold it there. You got to hold it there or else it'll go back. Or could it will be in we're in a constant downdraft. So if you do something and it's not working, look back out here and do a little more. I think we are in a little bit of a downdraft.
Area, Cessna 626, currently 4,800, just about over the Free River, westbound.
I can tell we're in a little downdraft because you're pitching up. I can see you're pitching up. It's slowing you down, but we're not really climbing. So you're like climbing through a downdraft, which is fine. It's normal, especially going past hills like this.
We're going more down than
yeah, that's fine. So like I say, you make a correction. If it's not doing it what you want to do, you make a little bit bigger correction. And just maintain your altitude. You're doing great. Just so you know, I'm not usually this picky on the first lesson, but you're doing really well. I gotta make you use all that simulator experience.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a radio call for practice. This is what we call an air-to-air frequency. We just announce ourselves. Northeast traffic, Cessna 75600 is just north of Pinnacle Peak, 4,500. Gonna be operating between here and Rio Verde Community, northeast. There, see now you can hear the engine speeding up. You can see us speeding up. Now we got an updraft. Usually after a downdraft, there's an updraft. So just
I can feel it.
Yeah, you can feel it.
The wind's pumping it back.
Let's keep heading towards 4 Peaks. Keep that dot right on 4 Peaks.
Northwest traffic, 5585 Yankee, 4,500. We're at Beam, Deer Valley on our way to Back Canyon City and then up towards Flagstaff, northwest. And we're working with Phoenix Approach right now, northwest.
All right. So So one of the natural or common tendencies is to do a lot of this with the yoke.
Yeah.
You can see how when we do that, the airplane doesn't really do anything, does it?
Yeah.
So what you want to get in the habit of is just gently holding it where you want it to go.
Yeah.
So if you want to go left, just hold it gently left. If you want to go right, just gently hold it right.
Alrighty.
Okay, this is what we call the practice area. This is a good place to play around. I'm not real worried about you keeping this at exactly 4,500. It's just kind of approximately where we want to be. The main goal right now is I want you to get a feel for the airplane.
Okay.
So we're going to do several turns, and go ahead and just do a turn to the left, go all the way around the other way, turn to the right. We just want to get you a feel for it. And you can see how much you're banking. It goes 10, 20, 30. That big line there is 30 degrees of bank, just to give you an idea. So right now we're doing about 20 degrees of bank. I want you to get used to what that looks like outside. A normal turn's about 30 degrees of bank, so you can actually go a little more bank. A little more. There's about 25. Keep it going. And you got to pull back a little bit when you bank. But right there, that's what a normal turn looks like. So you can get kind of a feel for that.
About 3 nautical miles southwest out of Black Mountain.
And let's just kind of point it back this way. You see the city streets going out there? Just kind of point it down the city streets. We call those the section lines, like sections of the neighborhoods. All right, you still feeling good?
Yep.
All right, you're doing great. And that's good. Let's go ahead and do a turn to the right. We'll go back in the other direction, 180 degrees. And let's go all the way to 30 degrees of bank. So, I'm going to cover this up. You do what you think is 30 degrees looking outside.
Alrighty.
And
We're about 30.
tell you what, I'm going to tell you, go a little steeper. I'm not even looking. So a little steeper. Come on, a little more bank. Make it happen. More. Just hold it. A little more to the right. Okay, a little more. Okay, right about there. I think that's 30 degrees of bank. It's pretty close, just a little over.
Wow, that's amazing.
So you just kind of get used to what it looks like outside. There you go. Back towards the mountain is good. All right, so that's what it looks like when we're doing a normal turn. Another thing I want to teach you right from the beginning, I want to help you get good habits. When we're flying these high-wing airplanes like a Cessna,
Yep.
You always want to look for traffic, make sure there's not someone right next to you. So if we're going to do a left turn, what we do is we lift our wing a little bit, and we look, and make sure there's no traffic, and then we turn. So you just kind of lift it, and then turn the way you want to go.
Is the traffic,
Well, it should show up here, but there's limitations to the technology. It might not. So we always look with our eyes before we turn. I've been doing it for you, but I want you to start getting in the habit of it. And watch your dot as you're in the turns. Even when you're banked, the reason we put that right in front of you is it should be the same position for up and down, even when you're banking, even when you're turning. All right, let's play it down the section lines here.
Yep.
And let's see if we can get back to 4,500. So looking at your dot, move it up. This tells you a little bit low.
Over 1 nautical miles south.
There you go.
Okay, we're going to depart on stall 5,200 northeast.
All right, so gentle, just hold it where you want it to go. A little bit more up. So look at the dot, move it up. I'm sorry, was that last call for northeast traffic?
Yeah, Seminole 30608 over the Black Mountain, 5,200. We're going to depart on stall here, climb up to 5,005 northeast.
Roger that, Cessna 600, so operating 4,500 between Pinnacle Peak and Rio Verde Community. Thanks. Okay. Come on, if you can hold 44, you can hold 45.
We are too much west over.
I'm going to be real picky with you because you're doing so well.
5,500 Beijing. Process.
All right, while you're correcting that, let's do another left 180 degree turn. Head back.
2,800 feet.
Nice medium. Oh, remember to lift your wing, look for traffic. So lift it up so above the horizon. There you go, and then turn. Get you in that habit. Oh, you can see the smog over the city today. There's your altitude. Nice. That's good medium bank turn, about 30 degrees of bank. Watch that dot. Remember, really get you in the habit of looking there. And then once you get used to it, we can take it away, and your eyes still go to the right place. All right. Up this way a little bit.
500. Yep, there it is. Nope.
Keep it up. Yeah. You see how the dot went down?
Yep.
So pull it back up for level flight. There you go.
Are you able to tell to see? Are we still in like a kind of a draft?
You know, it's hard to tell. You just kind of feel it sometimes.
Yeah, I feel like the left side's getting blown around a lot.
I don't know. Right. Looks like you got a trim pretty well. Go ahead and let go for a sec. Yeah.
Because
whenever
I turn to the right, left here, I'm getting a lot of...
Yeah, different airplanes have different characteristics as well. Let's get that 100 feet back. Let's see if we can hold it.
Look out
there, move it up a little bit.
Doing small flight over Grand Avenue
and
hold 303.
Hold that right there. Don't let it go back down until you want it to.
400.
Just hold it up, hold it up. A little higher, a little more. Gotta wait till it gets right to where you want it. For a small correction like that, wait till the needle's right on the 5, and then gently let the nose back down.
To 3,400 feet, 1 mile north of Pinnacle Peak, and then eastbound towards the 3 pattern, northeast back area.
And northeast traffic, Cessna 600 is operating 4,500 between Rio Verde Community and Pinnacle Peak, northeast. Nice. Hey, just
east,
a little higher.
0608.
Look out there, hold it up just a little bit.
Come on. North out of Sky Ranch Airport, 6,000 steep turn, northeast.
All right. And let's practice some descents. So go ahead and unlock the throttle, and let's pull it back to 1,500 RPM, 1,500. All right, watch your nose. Let's keep it, let's actually...
Turn it back to 15, right?
15, yep. Let's keep it going down the section lines here, so bring your nose back to the right a little bit. Part of being a pilot is learning how to do more than one thing at a time. So right there. So keep your nose there. We're not really looking at the mountain anymore. I'm just looking at this road next to you.
Alright.
Alright, so let's pull it back to 1,500 RPM. And we're not worried about holding altitude now. We just want to kind of let it start gliding down. So as you pull the power, you'll see that the nose goes down automatically. In fact, let me do a quick demonstration. Go ahead and pull it all the way to idle. And just relax your hand. Watch what happens to your nose. All the way to idle. See how the nose goes down automatically?
Yeah.
Okay, now go full power. Nice, yeah. All the way in, full power. Now relax. See how the nose goes up?
Yeah.
There you go. Now let's pull it to 1,500. So that's, the airplane's actually designed that way. That's a characteristic of a good training airplane. But we want to go to 1,500, and this is simulating like we're coming into land. There you go. Get it right on 15. And now I want you to hold the nose up a little bit until the airspeed gets down to about 80.
Miscue safety 5, 7 miles south of New River, 6,200 feet climbing.
And find the magic pitch angle that'll hold 80 knots when the power's fixed. So power's perfect, leave that alone, and find the magic pitch angle up and down that'll give you 80 knots. And I want you to trim it so you can relax.
608, 2 knots north of
the bottom of the white, way down here.
6,000 feet.
Yeah, we can go a lot slower.
Northeast.
I'm just always thinking...
So let go for a second. Let me see how your trim is. Yeah, you need to give it up trim. So give it a little bit of up trim. There you go, so you can relax. And it'll hold 80 knots. A little more. So hold it. Remember, put it where you want it.
Cherokee 423, just currently 6 miles to the northwest Firebird Lake.
That's pretty close. Let's do a right turn.
4,300.
Back over this way. I don't want to go right over the community.
Southeast over to Auction.
There you go. So there's your 80 knots. And a little bit of right rudder. Step on the ball. I'm not really talking about that. Just a little bit.
6,500, steep spiral, northwest.
You can see we're coming down about 500 or 600 feet a minute.
Northwest practice area 626, currently 5,600. Just to the west and turning heading north over the south proving ground. We're negative on you, but we're going to be heading north to be out of your way, northwest.
I want you to feel what happens when we put in flaps. Go ahead and go flaps 10.
904 Delta Bravo.
And just point it at the rock pile over there.
626.
So you can feel it changes the wing.
And reduces airspeed a bit.
Yep, so now we're looking for about 70 knots. And go ahead and leave the power. Yeah, let's leave it right at 15. And now you're pitching for airspeed. So if you're a little slow, just pitch your dot down a little bit. There you go. Let's go flaps 20. Now I want you to pitch for 60 knots. There you go. And I'll let the nose down to hold it. Nice. Sometimes we pitch for airspeed and altitude, sometimes we use power. I'll go over that with you in detail later, but that's looking nice. Keep your dot on the rock pile.
Joseph, British Aero 944 Delta Bravo, we are just above the south proving ground.
Alright, so now we're going to climb. As soon as you add power, the nose really wants to come up, you need to keep it from doing that. So I want you to hold, watch outside, go ahead and slowly add power, and you can let the nose come up a little bit, but just a little bit. So go ahead and go full power.
Northwest practice area is up to 73626.
There you go. Nice.
Full power?
Yep, full power. And then I want you to trim so you don't have to hold it so I can trim down probably.
Engine out northwest.
There you go. So you can relax. Yeah, just hold it steady where you want it.
423 Delta Mike, 4,000 feet over
right
Harvard Lake, maneuvering south.
You go flaps to 10.
Southwest practice.
There you go. And we got safe airspeed, we go flaps up.
I believe south of
now you want to do a normal climb, just like when we were climbing out here. Put the dot just a little above the horizon, and it'll hold 80 knots.
122.85, thanks.
You
Open
bet.
a right rudder.
No problem, just want the right people to be listening.
Keep heading towards the rock pile.
Sounds good, thanks so much.
Roger that.
Alright, let's go a little higher on the nose.
Yep.
You're doing great. A little bit higher.
For the wind.
Yeah. A normal climb's about 80 knots. So you want to find the magic pitch angle that's going to give you 80 knots. So a little bit higher.
South Wickenburg. I'm about to enter.
Just keep leaning on that right rudder.
West, northwest.
Good. Try not to do too much of this. Just hold it where you want it, nice and gentle. If you hit bumps, just, it's okay.
East of Lake Pleasant, heading over towards Lake Pleasant.
All right, we're still going 90, so look outside. Move your dot up about that much more.
Approximately 2 miles to the east of the substation, and we're going to be heading over to the North Proving Grounds, level 4,500 westbound.
Nice.
So this factor is Hawk 95, 2 Sierra Charlie is coming over the southbound hills at 4,500, heading eastbound.
Helped a little bit. Let's look outside, move it a little bit more. You might need to use a little up trim so you don't have to hold it.
Hawk 95, 2 Sierra Charlie over Fountain Hills, heading eastbound 4,500 towards
there you go. A little bit. Alright, let's do a left 180, so lift your wing, look for traffic. And let's do a right wing where our left wing is, so 180 degrees around.
Northeast sector,
you know, looking for that same 80 knots.
300 feet. We're on the northwest side of the street.
Alright, so just use your pitch angle there. Small corrections.
Northeast practice area.
Nice.
Northwest practice area, the 802 just entered the Sena area at 5,500 feet, heading southeast back to Deer Valley.
Alright, so right about here, go wings level. Watch your pitch, keep it in the climb. A little higher. And now you can see how your wing is right where your other wing was. Yeah. So you know that was a perfect 180 degree turn. You also have these section lines. See how this road is lined up with your wing?
Yeah.
That's the other way you know that was a good turn. Because we were pointing at section lines that were 90 degrees, so it's good to use multiple references like that so you can tell exactly how much you're turning.
Which one is accurate? One or that one?
Let's just stick with this one for now.
All right.
I mean, they're close enough, but yeah, we're looking for 80 knots.
Because I've been watching this one and that one, and that one changes more rapid.
Yeah, this one's a little easier. This one jumps around. So watch your heading. We want to keep it so that these lines here want to be lined up with your wing. There you go. Nice. Let's keep climbing. I want to be closer to 80 knots, so we're not going to change the power, we're going to change the pitch. Because we got power's fixed at full power, so you want to pitch for 80 knots. There it comes. So just keep that, I call that the magic pitch angle that's going to hold what you want. Yeah, this one dances like a girl in a hula skirt. This one is a little more solid. Nice. You see how you're just leaning on that right rudder just a little bit more? Just step on the ball, it goes back to the center.
It doesn't accelerate or climb as fast as I thought it does.
It's no jet, that's for sure. It's a training airplane. A little more right rudder. Okay, watch your heading. Look at these roads out here. See what's happening? Yeah. That's why you want to find something way out on the horizon that you can aim at. Otherwise, it'll wander on you. Right about there. Wings level. Now you see how these are lined up? And it's normal to not be able to see very good in front of you. That's why I like to use these things on your left and your right. If you look way out on the horizon, you can see roads out there too, in Mesa. See those roads? So you keep those lined up on your right wing.
Northeast Factor is helicopter 8 Uniform Hotel, just north of the power station, following the power lines.
Try to hold 80 knots. With that magic pitch angle. Looks like you got a trim. Very nice.
Uniform Hotel, Northeast Factor, yeah.
If I pull it up a bit and then let it go, will it move itself back down, or will
it depends how you have the trim. You don't want it to. You want it to stay where you want it. So use
like I want it about here.
Okay. So when you let go, let's see what happens. Maybe it's slowly going down. Just give it a hair of up trim. Just a little bit. There you go. That's probably all it needs. Watch your heading though. Your heading keeps drifting over to the left.
2,500 for.
There you go.
HM Hollow.
Alright. We're going to level off at 5,000, so wait till it gets closer. And then look at your pitch reference, your dot, and then just bring it right to the horizon. And as it speeds up, you're going to have to adjust the trim as it speeds up. Let's let it get back to 100 knots. So just fly it. Fly your small changes here to hold this at 5,000.
To the west of Peak, following power lines northeastbound, 2,800 feet climbing.
So you see you're a little bit high, so just look out here, push it down a little bit.
South side of the power line.
Keep trimming so you can relax. It'll probably be the other. There you go. And then once it gets to 100 knots, we're going to go back to the bottom of the green on the power. But you always let it speed up first. Watch your heading. Drifting on you. It's just left of the mountain peaks. All right, good. I'm being real picky on you. Take it as a compliment. So we're a little bit high, so look outside, move it down. That'll help your airspeed as well. Be a little more aggressive. Look outside, push it down, push, push, push. Want to get back to 5,000.
Helicopter 8 Uniform Hotel.
Now you got your airspeed. Now you can reduce power to the bottom of the green.
Currently at 3,000 feet.
I've also given you a lot of detail for the video so you can watch it over and over again. Alright, pull it back. That'll be bottom of the green. 2,200.
2,500, about 2 miles to the west of Lake Pleasant. Heading back towards Lake Pleasant, reduce the speed there and southwest.
Alright, nice.
Bravo, we are
yeah, always lock it whenever you put it somewhere you want it to stay. By the way, turn it like you're twisting a cap on a bottle. There you go. Alright, nice. So that'll keep us about 100 knots. We are high, 150 feet high, so let's look outside to fix that. Take you up into the mountains here a little bit. This is Rio Verde.
Make a right turn back around a little bit.
Hold on, let me take a picture real quick.
Surface factor area, Mesquite 912, approximately 2.5 miles southeast of the north ground.
So lift your right wing.
What's that blue lake out there?
That's Saguaro Lake, I believe. Hold on, lift your wing, check for traffic. Now, you see that mountain way out there?
Yeah.
Let's put our left wing where our right wing is. So let's go all the way around. And remember that mountain so you know that when you did it. Altitude's looking good, so we're pitching for altitude. Nice medium big turn, just lean on that right rudder.
Watch it for 30 degrees.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it, just about 30 degrees is good. So this is looking good. Watch your pitch, hold it up. Anytime you're in a bank, you gotta hold the nose up. To keep that where you want it. Yeah. Keep it coming. We want to come all the way around so your left wing is pointing at that mountain.
Ready?
A little more bank. Yeah, anytime you bank, the nose wants to drop, so you gotta hold it up. That's what I mean. It matters what it looks like, not what it feels like. Alright, keep it coming around. We don't really have any section lines here, but you'll be able to use the ones out there, and you'll be able to see these ones over here. Alright, let's do our best to hold 5,000. And then pick a new mountain or something to put your dot on.
Alright.
So, that looks pretty good. That's where our right wing was, so we know we did a 180-degree turn, so pick a new reference way out on the horizon.
I have the dot just above the mountain right there.
Alright, there you go.
And it's focused on the fall.
Northwest practice area.
Let's pitch up and get our altitude back.
Completed, simulated engine out. We're over Patton Road. It's about 7 miles north of White Tank, and we're westbound. We're heading back to Deer Valley Northwest.
Gotta make it happen quicker.
9 or 12, simulated
there you go. There you go. Hold it right there. Nice.
Descending down to 3,000.
It'll slow you down a little bit, but that's okay. Hold it there.
Factory Stock 5. 2 Charlie is over to
I'm not really worried about speed right now. I'm going to get your power right on 2,200. Don't let it out. We're not there yet. Keep it up. You want to hold it up until you get the altitude. Just long as you're anywhere in this green, you're good.
Okay. Anything below that, I should be scared.
Yeah. You got a ways to go. Yep, stay on that right rudder. And watch that nose for that mountain you picked out. Oh, you don't want to pitch down yet. Keep it up. I was referring to left and right. You want to hold it? Yeah, let's keep your nose up until we get to 5,000.
Northeast practice area.
Northwest practice area. This is Cessna 626 to the aircraft doing simulated engines on the south side of the North Proving Ground. We're going to kind of head southeast. Give you room, and we're going to be heading back to Deer Valley. We are now currently 3,400 and climbing.
Roger, thanks. We'll be over the north side of the North Proving Ground. Appreciate it.
Okay, roger that. Thanks, 626.
All right, we're right at 1 hour right now, so I'm going to start taking us back, see if we have time to do a touch and go.
Okay.
You looking good? Any questions?
No. It almost feels natural, but at the same time...
Well, you're in a whole new environment.
I think it's much different when you're doing it in simulators compared to real life.
Oh, yeah. Simulators are good for certain things, but kind of hard to simulate the real thing. All right, you're doing a great job holding 4,900. Let's see if we can hold 5,000. Get it right up to 5,000. So look outside, just move it up. Be a little more aggressive.
Back there, keep it
Don't worry about making me sick. Keep it up a little more. Not there yet. That was about 40 feet. Keep it going. On a nice calm day like this, that is one nice thing about flying this time of year, is with the air is nice and smooth. In the summer, we're bumping all over the place. It's a little irritating, I won't lie to you, and it's hot. But, so now's a nice time to take advantage of the smooth air, and you should be able to hold it right on 5,000. I can tell you got enough simulator time. Alright, so if the mountain you use as a reference is starting to go under your nose, pick out a new one way out there. And now you see these roads? I want you to go right down the middle of these roads. So turn to the right a little bit so your dot goes right down those roads. We're going to follow this to Deer Valley. Yeah, I'm just double checking the airspace here. I'm sure we're good, but lets us know we're clear. Oh yeah, we're fine. Anywhere below 7,000, we're good.
Northeast traffic area, this is Charlie Golf, Victor Tango Delta, Piper Arrow, currently heading east towards Rio Verde at 4.5.
Northeast traffic, Cessna 75600 is about 4 miles to the east-southeast Pinnacle Peak, 5,000, heading westbound towards Deer Valley Northeast. Looking good.
Northwest 2809, Popo Delta Bravo, we are southeast of North Proving Ground to 2,400, ground references, northwest.
Northeast practice area, Victor Tango Delta. That sounded like Larry, is it?
Looking good. You got it trimmed real nice. You're relaxed. All right, this is a good time to introduce you to something called Warnbeck.
Northwest practice area.
I don't know if you saw that on any of my videos.
Last call.
But it's an acronym, WARNBIC, that we use before we go land in an airport. And I'll send it to you so you can memorize it. But just so you have it on the video, I'll go ahead and demo it for you right now.
Alright.
W means weather. It's a general statement of whether the weather's IFR, VFR. Today it's VFR. A is for ATIS. That means we're going to listen to the weather information.
2006. Visual approach in use, landing and departing runways 25 left and 25 right. Notice airman. Taxiway Bravo 3
Watch those roads. I'll go to the right just a little bit.
Work in progress. All
Let's stay between these two roads over here.
VFR aircraft advise ground control direction of flight. Arrivals from the south, contact tower 118.4. Arrivals from the north, contact tower 120.2. Advise on contact. Give information at uniform. Deer Valley upward information uniform. Time 1953 Zulu. Wind calm. Temperature
21, dew point to -2, altimeter 3006. Visual approach in use, landing and departing runways 25 left and 25 right.
All right, 3006. You can turn this little knob to put in 3006. That's the altimeter setting. And then this one, the 3005 would be right between those numbers, so it's right about there. You see how that moves your altimeter? So now you got to climb back up a little bit. And actually, I'm going to give you a descent. Let's go ahead and pull the power to 1500 RPM again.
Unlock it?
Yep, always unlock it when you need to move it. And just pull back to 1500 and just let the nose come down. Watch your heading. Get over between these two roads over here. There you go. I'll make one more call.
JB, where are you guys at? We are at 1 north of Sky Ranch, 5,000.
Airport right there?
Right there,
we need to keep it over to the right a little bit. Kind of come in from this side. Actually, go ahead and point it. Give me a turnabout over. Well, you see Lake Pleasant way out there?
Yeah.
Go ahead and head towards Lake Pleasant.
Is 2 miles to the west of Black Mountain, 7,200.
So weird up here.
I mean 7,500.
Got a map when you're driving everything so far.
Yep. It is far. It's just, that's how cool it is to have an airplane.
But here, it looks like it's on 10 miles.
I'm going to make one more call. No, that's a good 30 miles away.
Yeah.
Northeast traffic, Cessna 75600 is miles south, Pinnacle Peak out of 4,500 westbound, heading to Deer Valley. Last call northeast.
Respect, say Skycon 5, 2 Charlie, 4,500 over Sycamore Creek, heading east, northwestbound.
Number 1.
Back to town.
Right,
Now keep it pointed at the lake. It's looking good, and we're going to go down to 4,000 feet and level off.
Alrighty.
So looking good. So you see how just pulling the power, you didn't have to retrim it, the nose just kind of fall down.
Yeah.
That's good, it's designed that way. It kept the same airspeed.
Close traffic approved.
So when you get to 4,000, all you got to do is bring the power back up to 22, and it'll level right out for you. But the way I want you to think about it is pitch. So right here, I want you to pitch up to hold altitude, and add power to bring it up to 22, and then trim as needed. Right to 2,200. You'll move that power around a little bit faster so you can get it done. A little more power. Right to 22. You're at 2,000 right now. Go right to 22. All right, let's pitch for 4,000. Keep it pointed. Well, you can't really see the lake. It's starting to disappear, but just a little more to the right. All right, I'm going to give them a call. Number 1 looks good. Deer Valley Tower, Cessna 75600, about 7 miles northeast, uniform, inbound, touch it goes.
75600, Deer Valley Tower, you more set up for a straight in?
We could do that.
Cessna 600, roger, straight in, runway 25 right, 4 mile final, stay altitude.
4 mile final, we're 3,700 at runway 25 right, Cessna 600.
Cessna 600, roger.
Okay, so stay on the controls. I'm just helping you a little bit. So technically I have the controls. So you say you have controls. I have the controls. That's our 3-step exchange of controls, but I still want you to shout at me so you can know what's going on. So he just said to set up for a straight in to 25 right and report 4 miles out. So I'm just turning. We want to do a before lane checklist. You go ahead and grab that. I'll let you read through it. I got it.
K310, number 2, follow Cessna off your right. On the half mile final, number 25 right, clear to land.
What do we got?
ATIS.
Got it.
Seatbelts and briefing.
Mixture.
K33, Deer Valley, transmission Victor, current wind 220 at 5, altimeter 3004, enter right base, number 25 right, report 4 miles northeast.
70 knots.
Alright, best 25, report 4 northeast.
Flaps. VFR is down.
A02 is 4 miles
Alright, that's good, we'll get those when we need them.
C832, roger, understand your 4 miles west, continue right traffic.
And that's fine, I'll talk you through that, that's all, we got everything set, that's good.
And we don't need flaps at all, do we?
Well, we will, but not until we get closer. So we got the official checklist is good. All right, so finishing my warm bic. So W is weather, A is ATIS. We got that. R is radios are set. I got that taken care of. Actually, I can put our ground control in standby. N is for nav aids. We're not using navigation today. B is a briefing. We're doing a straight in, runway 25 right for a normal touch and go with full flaps. And then we'll make right traffic, which means we'll turn right.
Straight in 25 right and 4 miles.
600, about 4 mile final.
600, roger, runway 25 right, clear touch and go, right close traffic approved.
Clear touch and go 25 right, right traffic approved, Cessna 600. Okay.
So 715, continue upwind,
so that's our briefing is B, I is intentions is touch and go, and C is checklist, we just did that. So warm deck is just a way to make sure we got everything done.
Alright.
Alright, so I want to get a little bit closer here. We're setting up on a straight in. Actually, figuring out a straight in is one of the most difficult things to do because you don't really have a lot of your normal references. But this is looking pretty good. So I want you to put the power right on 1500.
Okay.
Oh, you know one thing that checklist doesn't have is the lights. Turn on the landing and taxi lights.
802, I will call your base.
And I want you to go flaps to 10.
base, Whiskey 802, student solo.
I want to start slowing down.
Traffic inside Cessna
So you see the big runway on the left, we're doing the little runway on the right. And a trick to know if you're on the center line,
right off the
you ever shoot a rifle?
No.
Turn right off
Well, use your imagination. A rifle has a sight. There's a sight at one end and there's a sight at the other, and you line them up. That's how you aim a rifle. So you see how the runway has those white marks on it?
Yep.
So you know you're on the center line when the white marks on this end are centered under the white marks on the other end. So we're perfectly on the center line right now. That's a good trick. And you see how the other runway, they're not lined up?
Yep.
That's because we're not lined up with that runway. So we're lined up for the one on the right. Does that make sense, how it looks? All right. So try not to move the yoke too much. Just hold it where you want it. You got it. Let's go flaps 20. And this white arc right here is when you can do flaps more than 10, just so you know. And let's go full flaps all the way down.
So inner white is flaps.
Yep.
And
now we're looking for 60 knots on final. And we have these lights next to the runway called a VASI. You want one to be red and one to be white. They're looking pretty darn good. Yep, add just a little bit of power. Keep it right at 15, works nice. And we want to...
I just thought the lights at the end, I knew about the red and white. I thought that was for ILS.
It depends. Some of them are. All right, look how much you're moving the yoke. Just hold her steady. There you go. All right, we're just a little bit low, so what we want to do is pitch up. So, again, I got the controls. You're just following through with me. Just up a little higher. There we go. Just hold that. That helps our airspeed too. Go ahead and add just a little bit of power, just so you can hear it change.
Crab in a second.
Say again?
You crab in a second.
Crab? If there's a crosswind, we would be crabbing. Yeah. Add
so
just
you can do it in a second.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and add just a little more power. There you go. Yeah, a little more. We're getting a little slow. A little more power. There you go. See, hear how you hear the engine change?
Yep.
That's what you want. All right. Let's hold her steady.
P33, number 2, following a Cessna on a 1 mile final, number 25, right, clear touch and go, right, close traffic approved.
Good. Don't move it so much. Just hold it where you want it.
So 715, continue downwind, number 4, following with Archer, just southeast of the dam on extended downwind.
All right, so I'm going to do the landing.
Looking for traffic.
Touch and go, but you're going to stay on the control so you can feel what's happening.
802,
I just want you to kind of soak it up,
Seminole,
see what's happening.
Right on final.
Add a little more power.
3,100.
Might be in a little downdraft down here.
Looking for traffic, Whiskey 802.
A little more power.
Student solo.
There we go. Keep it right
I got traffic inside Whiskey 802, student solo.
Whiskey 802, roger. Number 3, runway 25 right.
It's hard to get it to climb when you got all the flaps out.
7 right, clear to land. 25 right, clear to land. Whiskey 802,
We're just a hair low. Airspeed looks good. Now we're going to get that white light in just a few seconds. All right, right about here you want to say runway clear. You want to look at it and check. Runway's clear, and the clearance is received. You gave us clearance for touch and go.
Number 4, follow the Archer.
All right, see how that light on the left is turning white?
25 right, clear touch
That's what we want.
Traffic inside.
All right, we're going to move over to the left a little bit for center line.
25 right.
Then reduce the power back a little bit. Pull it back to about 1500. There you go. Eyes outside. And actually, we got plenty of airspeed now. Go ahead and go power all the way to idle. And you just want to hold the nose down. There's a few steps to landing an airplane. The first one is hold the nose down. The second phase is right about here. You just want to hold it off the runway. A little bit of right rudder to keep her straight. And then you just kind of hold it off till you drain all the energy out. Touch the mains down. There's the stall warning horn. There's the mains. There's the nose. That was a perfect landing. Go flaps up. Get rid of a little bit of trim. Eyes outside. Steering with our feet. Go full power. Nice and easy. And steering with our feet. All the way into full power. Hold it in. Make sure you got it all the way in. You can lock it if you want. There's our rotation speed. Up we go. Keep the wings level, just hold it. Just hold it, don't jerk it, just hold it. Keep your hand there, good, good, good. And go to the pitch angle for a climb. Keep the wings level. Relax for a second, let me feel it. And get the trim for you. Okay, you have the controls, just keep the wings level. You have the controls. And lean on that right rudder. And pick something straight ahead of you. Just a little higher on the nose. You want to keep that 80 knots. A little more right rudder. Little more right
Tower, Muskie, Rayton. Hold short of runway 25 right at Alpha 11. Ready for departure.
Muskie 310, nearby tower. Hold short, runway 25 right.
Alright, we don't want to drift over. Keep the nose over to the right a little bit. Actually, that's looking pretty darn good. You can turn around and look at the runway behind you.
T57, nearby
Make sure you're lined up. Alright, about 500 feet above the ground, we'll be right here. We're going to do a 90-degree turn to the right. So, doing what we learned out in the practice area, I want you to lift the wing to look for traffic, and I want you to pick a mountain way out on the horizon.
Alright, I got it.
And then turn, a little right rudder, and you're going to put your nose where your wing was. That's a 90-degree turn. A little more right rudder, step on the ball. That's why we practice those 90-degree turns, because that's how we fly the traffic pattern. Keep the nose up. Keep it up, up, up. Keep climbing. We're going to 2,500 feet, okay? Right there, put your nose where your wing was.
Right turn up,
And then you look back at your runway, and you see how that was a 90-degree turn.
Yeah.
So now we want to do that again. So lift your right wing, look for traffic, pick out a mountain.
Yep, got it.
And then do another 90-degree turn. A little more right rudder. Remember, in the right turn, you need the right rudder.
T33, traffic about a half mile, 12 o'clock, just past the Christian half mile past the freeway.
Until we get to 2,500.
Valley 1 up to 2,700. T33, Roger, you're following the Cessna, approaching off your right on downwind, crossing your discretion.
Alright, we're going to go level off here. So let's go to the bottom of the green, just like we did in the practice area.
About 6 miles.
Let the nose down. Get rid of that extra power.
Universal 47 nearby tower system, northeast turning area is approved. Report leaving, there are no helicopters reported.
Push the nose down. You don't have to. Let's get our altitude where we want it.
Whiskey 802, turn left, Bravo 5, contact ground.
And move your nose just a little bit left. You can see our distance from the runway? You don't want to be any closer than this.
600, I will call your base.
You'll call the base, Cessna 600. Alright, we need to get back to 2,500. Let's make that happen. So pitch for that. Yep, just pitch down. If you need to use trim, you got it. All you. But let's be aggressive. Get back down to pattern altitude. And he's going to call our base. So I'm actually going to slow you down a little more. We'll do about 2,000 RPM. We're not in a hurry to fly back out here. There you go. Nice. Let's level off at 2,500. Trim it out to keep it there. So that means there's probably traffic coming in front of us. Small corrections. There you go. Fly it with your hand first. There you go. Fly it with your hand. Trim to relieve the pressure on your hand. So don't fly it with the trim. Always fly the yoke. Trim to relieve the pressure. Nice. Alright, we always do it before landing checklist, every time before we land. In this airplane,
T57, frequency change approved.
I actually don't like that checklist, but we at least want to check, make sure the fuel's good, mixture's good, lights are good, seatbelts are good.
Same thing,
Yeah.
airspeed and flaps.
Yep, perfect. Good habit.
600, base approved, runway 25 right, clear touch and go, 1 departure prior to your arrival.
Clear touch and go, 25 right, Cessna 600.
Whiskey 310, follow Cessna upwind, right, clear traffic approved, runway 25 right, clear take down.
Let's go, power to 1500.
Runway 25 right, radical traffic approach, follow Cessna number 3.
Just a little close. Okay, now you can turn.
Number 2, follow Cessna base to foothills, runway 25 right, clear touch and go.
25 right, clear for touch and go and for Cessna for Whiskey 33.
Okay, I think we got time for one more. Alright, wings level. You want to do a 90 return?
715, traffic heading to your right, higher, departing northeastbound, Cessna, Hellcase 2,700.
Traffic is 705.
And let's go full flaps. I can see we're a little high. Nose down. And power to 1500.
Cessna 55515, Deer Valley Tower, continue straight up.
Continue straight up, 55515.
Yeah, a little high, so go ahead and push your nose down. Got it. You got it. Alright, we're a little fast, a little high, so you can reduce power and pitch the nose down. And then let's get our left and right so that those boxes line up, those white marks.
Cessna 515, right turn northeast approved.
Right turn northeast up towards the
Right here, you want to add a little power so we can keep everything where we
follow
want
the
it.
Cessna, head and sight to your right, turning crosswind. The traffic at
We're pitching for that, power for
turning northeastbound high.
Yeah, just hold her steady right there, just a little higher on the nose.
Traffic inside the Mesquite 310.
Don't move the yoke so much, just hold it where you want it. Alright, we're a little bit fast. You can actually just reduce power a hair, just a little bit. There you go.
Skyhawk 54715, 20 down in
add a little power just to fly it in.
715, Roger, number 3 following Seminole base just past the
Hold her steady, you got it.
Traffic inside number 3 is just now.
You got it, hold her steady.
So the 715, number 3, runway 25 right, cleared to
Don't
land.
change anything, just hold it. Just hold it. Okay, slowly go power to idle. And easy with your feet. I haven't touched anything yet. You just landed an airplane. Easy, easy, easy. Hills down, hills down, hills down. Congratulations, you just landed an airplane.
Sierra Alpha,
right, steer with your feet. There you go. Flaps up. And full power. And eyes outside. All right, steer with your feet. 55 knots, easy, easy, easy. It's not doing anything. Steer with your feet. And now you're flying. All right, now this will work. Hold her steady, hold her steady.
55515, traffic
that was nice.
12 o'clock and 3 miles on a practice Deer Valley 1, currently turning southbound.
Right. Remember that pitch angle for the climb?
Now pace 4,000.
Remember the right rudder?
Looking for traffic, 55515.
Hold that right, a little more right rudder. A little more right rudder.
600, follow the Archer off your right, just turn downwind.
Looking for traffic, 600. Alright, good job. Okay, next one will be a full stop. Need to step on that ball, a little more to the right. Alright. Cessna 600, traffic in sight. Next one will be a full stop.
So 11 o'clock and a mile southbound, I'll get 4,500.
Oh, pocket
515, traffic's about a quarter mile off to your left.
Okay, so when you get to about 2,000, we're going to lift the right wing, look for traffic, and turn.
Traffic is 55515.
515, Roger, fix change approved.
A little more right rudder.
Approved, 55515.
Mesquite 310, number 2, follow Cessna, downwind to base ahead, runway 25 right, clear, touch and go.
Clear, touch and go, runway 25 right, traffic inside, Mesquite 310.
Alright, wings level. And where'd you go? Keep climbing to 2,500.
Alrighty.
And lift your wing to another right 90.
T-33, Roger, follow Cessna, head to your right, cross.
Mesquite 33, traffic inside, we'll follow.
Cessna 600, just turning downwind, request full stop.
600, Roger, number 3, follow Archer, downwind to be in the foothills.
Alright, looking for traffic, Cessna 600. Let's get up to 2,500. Looking good. You're doing great, Geoffrey. You think you'd land the airplane on the first day?
Nah, actually.
That was good. Alright, you see our guy just turning?
Yep.
Cessna 600 has traffic, turn at base.
So 600, number 3, runway 25 right, clear to land.
Number 3, clear to land, 25 right, Cessna 600. Let's get right up to 2,500, and then we can pull the power back. And 2,000 will work again. We're gonna wait to follow this guy. There you go. Alright, that looks good. Hold, pitch, watch your pitch to hold the altitude, and let's get the power back to 2,000 this time. Because we're not in a hurry. You feel how the air's shaking around as the afternoon gets warmer. That's how it is all summer. It's always shaking around.
Basically a lot more careful in the summertime.
Yeah, you just ride the bumps. Like water skiing when it's choppy out. Alright, altitude looks good. Good job.
715, disabled, send left, Bravo 9.
I see number 1 on the runway. Here's number 2. We wait for him to pass our wing. Let's go ahead and go power to 15. Flaps to 10. And as soon as you do that, you do a right 90. So lift your wing, check for traffic, pick out a reference, and go ahead and turn. And now we want to let the nose down. We're going to start our descent. Yeah, I got your before landing checklist for you. We're good. A little more bank.
T-33, number 3, follow Cessna 12 o'clock.
You don't want to spend too much time doing wimpy turns because then your wing's blocking your traffic. Alright, wings level. That way we can see where everybody's at. Let's go flaps 20. And a little less power. Whew, you can feel that updraft off the hill.
Yeah.
Let's actually go full flaps now. That'll help us go down. And wait to turn, wait. A little longer. Last time we kind of cut the corner. You want to wait until you're ready to turn final. Okay, right about now, nice easy turn. Put you right on final. Good, keep that nose down, you're looking good. Alright, so don't feel bad if I help you a little bit at the end, but
First day.
you're doing great. I'm throwing a lot at you today. Alright, I didn't do it last time, but we want to do runway clear, which it is, and clearance is received. We're cleared for a full stop. We're coming down kind of quick, even though you got one red and one white. You want to start bringing the nose up a little bit and add a little power to hold our airspeed. A little higher on the nose. A little higher. Make that dot move up. Make it physically move up the horizon. There you go. Remember, I don't care what it feels like, I care what it looks like. Airspeed's good. Hold it just a little higher.
Deer Valley Tower, Skywagon 278, your X-ray is 8 to the east, northeast.
Keep your nose straight. You're looking good. Alright, try to breathe.
Skywagon 278, X-ray, Deer Valley Tower, go to the east, northeast.
You got it, small movements. Just hold it where you want. You got it. Airspeed's good. I'm looking at the airspeed. That's what keeps you alive right here.
Information Victor's current, wind 2105, altimeter 3004. Straight in runway 25 right, report 4 mile final.
Alright, slowly go power to idle.
25 right, we have information Victor, November 278 structure.
Thank you.
Little higher, all the way to idle. You got it. Look at you. Okay, easy with your feet. Don't do anything too much. Let it roll. Slowly lift your feet up.
600, turn right, Alpha 9er. Contact ground. If unable, turn right, Alpha 8.
Alright, we'll go Alpha 9 and over to ground. Cessna 600. I almost said SkyWest. Alright, he said Alpha 9er, so I took the controls, but you were doing fine. We'll have plenty of time to practice taxiing. Alright, after landing checklist, go ahead and grab that.
After landing, flaps up.
Go ahead.
Carpy is off.
It's good. Ground Cessna 75600, clearing at Alpha 9er for the north hangars.
That's 54715, cross 25, left at Bravo 9, taxi via charter parking.
Alright, you go lights off, I know that's not on the checklist. Mixture's good, what else did you say?
Cessna 75600, Deer Valley ground, taxi Alpha North parking.
Alpha to north parking, Cessna 600. Alright.
Strobes come off.
Alright, well this one you have to leave the beacon on, so that's good. Yeah, I need to make a better checklist for this airplane. Alright, follow through with me on the pedals.
Okay.
We got less than 6 minutes before this flips again. I'm trying to keep it right at an hour and a half. We started, just double check.
Just say again the call sign.
We started at 0.7, so we're going to shut down at 0.2.
Biscuit 30 and correction.
You did a great job today, Geoffrey.
P30, copy. Runway 7, correction, runway 25 left, taxi via Charlie.
25 left via Charlie, Biscuit 30.
Okay. And yeah, we're doing good on time. Alright, you have controls?
I have controls.
You have the controls, use your feet, practice following this yellow line. Don't even touch the yoke. Just put them on your knees. Or put one hand on the throttle, is actually a good habit.
Oh.
Yeah, left hand on your knee, right hand on the throttle, don't even touch the yoke. Yeah, let's practice following the yellow line. Going down, second one from the end. Number 33, I think it is. Little less power. And 43, that's what it was. Alright, we actually have a little bit of time here, like maybe 3 minutes. I'm going to have you keep going straight and do a left turn.
P33, Deer Valley ground, taxi via Bravo 9er, hold short of runway 25
left. Let's do a left 180 and keep practicing taxiing for
Bravo 9er and hold short on runway 25 left.
Hard left, turn around. There you go.
Deer Valley ground, Masquerade 375.
Use the brake if you need to a little bit. Alright, now follow this line a little bit.
P375, Deer Valley ground, start to taxi, runway 25 left, taxi via Charlie.
Runway 25 left, taxi via Charlie, Masquerade 375.
Can you reach the top brake with your right foot? Yeah, just tap the brake.
On the right side?
Yeah, we want to follow this line over here.
Hey ground, is Luke close today for the holidays?
Affirmative.
There you go. Left brake a little bit. Don't bother touching that. That's not doing anything. That's just confusing your brain. Something fell. Oh, there you go. Alright. Alright, you got it?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's practice following this line. This isn't doing anything. There you go, use your foot.
Okay,
Okay, we go ahead and turn back around. We're good on the time. It's just flipping over.
Day 31, Deer Valley ground, runway 25 left, taxi via Charlie.
Runway 25 left, taxi via Charlie, Moscow A31.
A little bit uphill here, isn't it? So yeah, you want to start by using rudder, but if it's not turning enough, you just reach up and tap the brake. That'll make you turn real quick.
I'm not trying to add it as far as possible.
Yep, you're doing great.
Going to the second one in?
So we want to go, it's actually between the
3 and 2?
Yeah. Right rudder. This isn't doing anything. 43, we want to go to the other side of 43. There you go. Yep, try to follow it. You'll take it around to the right here.
Deer Valley ground, Skywagon 278, sir, X-rays, Alpha 10 to the north hangars.
We're going 278, sir, X-ray, Deer Valley ground, taxi Alpha north parking.
Alpha north parking, 278, sir, X-ray.
And some guys will turn it. I like to keep it on the center line so we don't, yeah. I got the brakes. I'm helping you out here. All right, go ahead and grab the checklist. Take our headsets off.
T33, cross 25 left.
It does no justice to what you think it's going to be until you actually do it.
So, what did you think it was going to be like?
I thought it was going to be much harder than it actually was. Like you're saying, don't turn it too much. Just trust it.
Yeah.
And it was working pretty well.
Yeah, you did. You did really well. I threw a lot at you today, and you handled it great. 1.5 hours for your first entry in the logbook. All right. Good job.